What if I told you there's a cancer-fighting remedy that might already be sitting in your kitchen, and it doesn't come in a pill or a prescription bottle? That's right. Recent research has uncovered something remarkable. A simple root used in cooking for centuries may help destroy cancer cells without harming healthy ones. And unlike chemotherapy, it doesn't come with nausea, hair loss, or weeks of feeling drained. The hero we're talking about, ginger. Yes, the same ginger you might add to tea when you're under the weather. It turns out ginger is packed with powerful compounds that science is now seriously investigating for their anti-cancer properties. It's not some trendy superfood. It's one of the oldest natural remedies we know. And here's the part that might surprise you most in several studies. Ginger didn't just slow down cancer. It actually helped shut it down, especially in prostate, colon, and ovarian cancers. So how does this humble root do all that? And what should seniors know before adding it to their daily routine? Let's take a closer look because this could change the way we think about healing after 60. So what exactly makes ginger so powerful? It all comes down to 3 key compounds found in the root: gingerols, shogals, and pyridols. These names might sound technical, but their effects are anything but complicated. These natural chemicals help reduce inflammation, fight off harmful free radicals, and most impressively interfere with how cancer cells grow and multiply. Let's break that down. Cancer starts when certain cells begin growing uncontrollably. But these compounds in ginger seem to send signals that slow that growth or even trigger the cancer cells to destroy themselves, a process called apoptosis. It's like nature's way of cleaning house. Even more exciting, ginger appears to leave healthy cells alone. Unlike chemotherapy, which attacks fast-dividing cells. No matter where they are, ginger's approach is more targeted. That means less damage to your body, fewer side effects, and possibly better quality of life. And it's not just folk medicine anymore. Modern studies from universities and cancer research centers around the world are taking notice. Some of the best results have been seen in lab tests on prostate, ovarian, and colon cancer. Now, to be clear, these are mostly early-stage studies. Many were done in labs or with animals, not humans, but they offer real hope for natural, less toxic approaches to cancer prevention and care. For seniors, especially those already managing health conditions, a gentler option is always worth exploring with your doctor's guidance, of course. Let's talk about prostate cancer. It's one of the most common cancers affecting men over 60, and for many, the treatments like surgery, radiation, or chemotherapy can be just as difficult as the disease itself. But a study published in the British Journal of Nutrition revealed something remarkable when researchers gave ginger extract to mice with human prostate cancer. Tumor growth was reduced by an incredible 56%. Here's the most fascinating part: the ginger didn't harm healthy cells. While chemo often damages other rapidly dividing cells, like those in the gut, hair, or bone marrow, ginger seemed to leave those untouched. In practical terms, the researchers estimated that a human weighing about 70 kilograms would need to consume around 100 grams of fresh ginger per day to match the extract levels used in the study. That's a lot of ginger, but the takeaway isn't about eating pounds of it daily. It's about what this root can do on a cellular level. This was the first study to show that whole ginger extract could slow prostate cancer growth both in the lab and in living subjects. And the results were so striking that many experts began asking, could ginger actually be a safer, more effective option for certain patients? Of course, no one is saying to replace medical treatment with ginger alone. But what this study offers is hope. It suggests that natural foods can do more than just support your health. They might actually help in the fight against serious diseases like cancer. And prostate cancer isn't the only place ginger shows promise. Let's talk about colorectal cancer, one of the leading causes of cancer-related deaths, especially in people over 60. What if you could prevent it, and even fight it, with something as simple as ginger? That's exactly what researchers found at the Frontiers in Cancer Prevention Research Conference. Their findings: ginger doesn't just help the body protect itself from developing colorectal cancer, it may also help destroy cancer cells that have already formed. Think about that for a moment. One study published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that ginger could suppress inflammation in the colon and stop the kind of cell changes that often lead to cancer. And if cancer is already present, ginger's active compounds seem to signal those cells to shut down naturally. This two-in-one benefit is powerful. Prevention and therapy all from one root. That's especially important for seniors who may be dealing with slow digestion, polyps, or chronic inflammation, all of which raise the risk of colon cancer. And unlike some medications, ginger doesn't require a prescription, doesn't come with a long list of warnings, and doesn't make you feel worse before you feel better. It's gentle, accessible, and already used in many kitchens around the world. Of course, it's not a cure on its own. But when added to a healthy diet rich in fiber, water, and whole foods, ginger may be one more way to protect your gut and support long-term health. For many women over 60, the fear of ovarian cancer lingers quietly in the background. It's often called the silent killer because its symptoms like bloating or pelvic discomfort can be mistaken for normal aging. But here's the good news: ginger might offer a natural line of defense. A study from the University of Michigan presented at the American Cancer Association found that ginger could not only kill ovarian cancer cells, but do so in a way that prevents resistance from forming. That's a big deal. Why? Because one of the major problems with chemotherapy is that cancer cells can adapt and become resistant over time. But in this study, ginger seemed to destroy the cancer cells consistently without giving them time to fight back. Even better, ginger is less toxic. It doesn't ravage the immune system or cause severe fatigue. It doesn't bring on hair loss or nausea. For women who are already fragile or simply hoping to avoid harsh treatments, this could mean a gentler, more holistic approach. The researchers also found that ginger had strong anti-angiogenic effects. That means it helps block the growth of blood vessels that feed tumors. No blood supply, no tumor growth. It's like cutting off the enemy's supply lines. Of course, more research in humans is needed, but the idea that a kitchen spice could support the fight against such a deadly cancer without the harsh consequences is incredibly inspiring. Now, before we all start adding ginger to every meal and skipping our doctor appointments, let's pause for a moment. Because as promising as these studies sound, there's something important you should know. Most of the research has been done in labs or on animals, not on large groups of humans. That's right. While test tube studies and animal trials give us exciting insights, they don't always translate directly to real-life treatments. Human biology is more complex, and clinical trials take time. That means ginger is not yet approved as a standalone treatment for cancer. And you should never replace your prescribed therapies with ginger or any other natural remedy without talking to your doctor first. Also, like anything powerful, ginger has its limits. In high doses, it can cause side effects like heartburn, thinning of the blood, or interactions with medications, especially blood thinners. That's why most health experts recommend no more than 4 grams of ginger per day, and only 1 gram per day for pregnant women. But let's not lose the message here. Ginger might not be a miracle cure, but it is a powerful ally. It's affordable, accessible, and has strong evidence supporting its anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and possibly anti-cancer benefits. It may not replace traditional medicine, but it could complement it beautifully. If you're thinking, all right, I'd like to give ginger a try, but how do I actually use it? You're not alone. The good news is, ginger is easy to find, simple to use, and incredibly versatile. You don't need fancy supplements or complicated recipes. Here are a few gentle ways to add ginger to your routine morning tea. Slice a few thin pieces of fresh ginger and steep them in warm water. Add lemon or honey for taste. It's calming, soothing, and supports digestion. Cooking. Add grated or powdered ginger to your stir-fry soups or baked vegetables. Just a pinch adds flavor and boosts the anti-inflammatory benefits. Smoothies. A small piece of raw ginger blends well with fruits like banana and apple, giving your smoothie a spicy, healthy twist. Capsules. If you're not a fan of the taste, ginger supplements are available. But always check with your doctor before starting any new pill, especially if you take medications. And remember, consistency is more important than quantity. Even small amounts of ginger each day may help reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and support overall wellness. Think of ginger as part of your health toolbox, alongside regular checkups, movement, good sleep, and meaningful connection. You've taken in a lot today. So let's wrap things up with one final thought and a question for you. Sometimes the most powerful tools for healing are the simplest, and they've been right under our noses all along. Ginger may not be a magic cure, but it's a natural, time-tested way to support your body. Whether you're looking to prevent illness, ease inflammation, or just feel better day by day, this humble root is worth a second look. Now we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever used ginger for your health? Was it in tea capsules or part of your meals? Share your story. In the comments, we read every one, and you never know who you might inspire.